The customer reported to have problems with their cooling equipment. The owner is a new owner to the home. They've only been living there for a year. They were unaware of the condition of their equipment. Here we were looking at the condensing unit. Again, the importance of servicing the condenser or refrigeration system in your wine cellar. This is how dirty we found the condenser time of our arrival. As you guys can see, it's very, very, very dirty. This restricts airflow through the condenser, which is behind that dirt and buildup. Lack to service your refrigeration equipment can result in situations like this. Unfortunately for this unit here, you were getting very poor air through the condenser. Over a period of time, running the system that way can result in big issues such as bad compressor, failure of a condenser fan motor, and just other major issues. What we're going to do next right here is we're going to go ahead and clean the condenser, take care of that issue, and then we can address any other issues if needed.
What causes it to get that dirty in the first place? Is there a way they can prevent that?
Well, there's many factors. One, the unit, when being outside or placed outdoor locations, like in this case, it's an outdoor placement. In this case, we seem to have maybe pet hair, so maybe the previous owner had pets such as dogs, cats, something of that nature, and those pet hair end up at these units because they're always sucking in air. So anything that falls down low to the ground is going to be brought into this unit. Not just pet hair, but also just dirt buildup. If it ever rains and there's dirt around your unit, the rain itself will splash some of that dirt onto the condenser.
Was this unit and the wine cellar already in the home when these people bought it, or did they add it to the home?
No, in this case, it was an existing system that the new owners just weren't familiar with.
So it'd probably be good then if someone's buying a home with a wine cellar and a cooling unit to see if they had pets, how often they got it serviced, if they took care of landscaping outside, those kind of things, right?
Correct. But as suggested by manufacturers, it is recommended that they service their wine cellar systems at least once a year. However, I've found in some cases, once a year could be too long, especially in areas where there is a lot of debris or possibility of these units collecting debris. In those situations, I'll even recommend every 6 months. In some cases, they're in such a clean environment that really you never even have to service them. It goes so many different ways. Every application is different and cannot be assumed that because my neighbor has a wine cellar, mine is going to be exactly the same thing. As I always explain to customers, wine cellars in general have their own personality. And that's just the way it is. You have to treat them as individuals. That's my thing. That's like my model with wine cellars. You can't just compare them to any other wine cellar. They all have their own personality. Whether they look very closely alike, they're very different, in many ways.